There has been a downtrend in the percent of Americans who are overweight, thanks in part to GLP-1 drugs that, quote, almost by magic, remove the requirement for superhuman willpower, making us feel fuller, reducing our appetite, and alleviating cravings. Sounds like an ad for Eli Lilly's drugs. All right, Mizuho's Holz joins us now to give us his thoughts on the study's findings and what lower obesity rates could mean for healthcare overall. Jared, great to have you with us. Obviously, this is good news for America, for our society, for our healthcare costs, which we all pay for. Have we factored that into how we look at pharma companies? And I know, when GLP-1s first came on the scene, there's an immediate discount to, for instance, the makers of sleep apnea devices and things like that. But is it time now to realistically start thinking about the future?
Yeah, it totally is. Thanks so much for having me. The study today on the obesity rates, I mean, it's so logical when we kind of think about the ascent of the GLP-1 category. And then when you line it up against the pandemic, there were clearly some behavioral patterns that probably changed in 2020 through now that's aiding the numbers that we're seeing. But yeah, I mean, even with, what the Financial Times came out with today, we're looking at, a population just in the United States of 100 million people that are still obese. So we're just at the precipice of really talking about what this actually means. And just going back to some of the data sets over the past couple of years that have been very, very profound in sleep apnea, diabetes, hypertension, other cardiometabolic diseases. Yes, we don't know what the long-term implications are, but they seem incredibly positive. So we just really need to wait until patients are on these drugs for longer.
Mm-hmm. We all know that it takes many, many years to develop drugs. So in terms of what companies are betting on now, would you say that the better bet, so to speak, would not be necessarily on things that lower blood pressure or cardiovascular when the root cause of so many of those problems are being addressed by GLP-1s, and maybe the better would be to bet on diseases of the central nervous system, because if you are living longer, chances are that longer life will entail some sort of mental deterioration.
Yeah, it's a really interesting concept to see how pharma and biotech navigate what is certainly going to be, a different way in which patients are treated and some of the underlying medical conditions that they get or don't get over the medium to long term. Haven't really heard pharma companies talk about it yet as far as whether they're going to de-emphasize or, prioritize away from drugs in the cardiovascular space or sleep apnea space, et cetera. But I would guess that over time, as the data continue to look really good here and Lilly and Novo report other studies that are going to, I believe, read out positively, you are going to see that. I mean, the neurological, or neuroscience aspect, I think I can, agree with to some extent. We just have to kind of see, again, how long patients are on drug for and, what the health benefits are longer term here.
Shorter term, Eli Lilly's going to report shortly, and Novo Nordisk as well. And there have been real concerns about prescriptions for the third quarter. Jared, is that all baked in the stock? I mean, what we are seeing for Novo stock is that it has really been struggling for quite some time at this point.
Yeah, I think Novo's been down like 9 out of the past 11 days, really, since that the oral CB1 data came out, I think exactly 2 weeks ago. So that one is tricky. A lot of the analysts out there are lowering estimates for Lilly and Novo, and the stocks have been, incredibly weak, especially versus other large cap pharma stocks. I think a lot is baked in here. We'll see what happens. I mean, the volatility in these two stocks, is something we really haven't seen before in pharma, at least on a day-to-day basis. But I would think that if there's a little bit more weakness into mid to late October, there's going to be a good buying opportunity at some point. And for Novo especially, the valuation is getting very compelling. I think the stock is trading right around 25 times on next year's numbers. And we know the growth profile of the company is extraordinary. 25 times doesn't seem like a lot.